Good evening and welcome to Jack Hacken Field for non-league baseball tonight between the Everest Merchants and the Marshfield Chaparrals. On a beautiful Wednesday night so far, the weather in the northwest doesn't look so good, and hopefully we can get the completion of this game in before the rains move in, if they move in. We've been getting pretty lucky where a lot of the storms have gone around to the north, but we'll see what happens tonight. Tonight's non-league game between Everest and Marshfield. Teams will meet 3 times in the next 10 days. Tonight's being a non-league game. Then they'll see each other this Friday night for a Dairyland League game at Everest. And then next week they'll play each other again in a non-league game at Everest before the closing out the season, the regular season, and getting ready for playoff action. Everest comes into the game tonight with an 8-5 overall record. Chaparrals, meanwhile, are 11-5 overall, 4-4 in league play, and most recently beat a tough Eau Claire Cavaliers team on Monday night in Eau Claire by a score of 8-5. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Tell me when you're ready. You're on? Oh, okay. Sorry, we're back here live at Jack Hackman Field, along with Isaac Eggle and Bailey Miller. I'm Dan Leonard, and we thank you for joining us tonight for Dairyland League Baseball here at Jack Hackman Park. Tonight's starting lineup, first of all, for the Everest Merchants, leading it off at shortstop will be Tanner Graham. Batting second, first baseman Roman McGuire. Batting third at third base, Nolan Hoppy. Batting fourth, longtime veteran right fielder Ryan Hubachek. Batting fifth in center field is Wade Farmer. Batting sixth and catching, Nick Barnes. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Connor Langbin. Batting eighth and pitching tonight for Everest, Ben Adams. And batting ninth in left field, Coleman Schilling. At second base will be Tony Leiby. Starting lineup for the Chaparrals tonight. Leading it off in center field, Tommy Droner. Batting second in left field, Chase Higgins. Batting third at third base, Logan Homolka. Batting fourth, tonight's designated hitter and manager, Luke Wirtz. Batting fifth in right field, Kenny Schultz. Batting sixth at shortstop, Will Lee. Batting seventh at first base, Gage Worley. And batting eighth, catching Sean Bryant. And batting ninth at second base, Karsten Jerschley. Doing the pitching tonight for the Chaparrals will be Cole Hediger. Just about ready for the national anthem here. Going through the Dairyland League standings. This is, like I mentioned earlier, this is a non-league game, so it does not count in the standings. Everest is in first place with a 1-game lead over Rhinelander. Rapids is in first place with a 9-2 record. 1-game lead over Rhinelander. That'll be Rapids' final game this season. Dairyland League play will be at Rhinelander this coming weekend. In third place is the Whittlesea Reds. They are tied with the Everest Merchants, both records of 5 wins and 4 losses. Next is the Chaparrals at 4-4. Minocqua and Merrill bring up the rear at 2-8. At this time, we're going to stand for our playing of our national anthem. Just about set for first pitch here between the Everest Merchants and the Marshfield Chaparrals. Nice crowd on hand. Prevented Genetics Appreciation Night here tonight. Still time to come down and join us. First pitch here getting set for 7 o'clock. We're not due for any storms to hit this area until around 9:30, so hopefully we can get the majority of this game in tonight before and if these storms do arise. Kids are doing their pregame run, long-time tradition for the Chaparrals baseball. It's good to be back after sitting over in the PA chair for 6 years prior to taking a 2-year hiatus. It's nice to be back here at Hackman Field and seeing the Chaparrals again tonight. Beautiful night right now. Sun field as normal will be the left field as it sets. Line drive to left field sometimes at this time of the night it can be pretty difficult for the left fielder to pick it up. Even the shortstop and third baseman are looking directly into it. On the mound for the Chaparrals tonight is Cole Hediger. Doing the catching is Sean Bryant. At first base, Gage Worley. Second base, Karsten Jerschley. Third base, Logan Homoka. Playing shortstop, Will Lee. Left fielder, Chase Higgins. Center fielder, Tommy Droner. And in right field is Kenny Schultz. Sign up for Fleet Rewards and get great deals sent straight to you. Plus, you earn points on every purchase made in-store or online. Sign up now at fleetfarm.com. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. The Viaduct Bar and Grill of Marshfield serves juicy half-pound burgers daily. The Viaduct Bar and Grill is also home to cold drinks and Fish Fry Friday. The Viaduct Bar and Grill on Marshfield's fabulous northwest side. All right, just about all set here to first pitch. Stepping in, leadoff batter, Tanner Graham, shortstop for the Everest Merchants. Hediger working from the stretch tonight. Here's the first pitch. A little low, ball one. Here's the second pitch, called strike, outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck for the Merchants will be Roman McGuire. Here's the next pitch, same spot, low outside corner. Called strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter, Tanner Graham here in the top of the first for the Everest Merchants. Here's the pitch by Hediger. Swung on and line drive to left center fielder. Droner over and in time makes the catch. 1 out. First baseman Roman McGuire will bat second for the Merchants. Both teams' managers told me in pregame talks that they've been having troubles getting some games in due to the rain. The Chaparrals did play on Monday night, but Everest has been rained out 2 of their last 3 games. Prior to that, the Chaparrals were rained out twice last week. Here's the pitch, fouled out of play. Back over our head. Strike 1. Chaparrals started off the season kind of slow. Been playing very well, very good baseball lately. Next pitch by Hediger is high for ball 1. 1-1 with 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the first for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. The veterans of the crew here tonight are Isaac and Bailey. I thank them for helping me out and getting me through this tonight. Here's the swing. It fouled back to the screen. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hediger into the stretch. And here's the pitch. Popped up to left field. and caught by Chase Higgins for the second out of the inning. Nolan Hoppy now the batter, third baseman. In the Dairyland large division, the anticipation is that they'll take the top 4 teams, possibly 5, to the playoffs. So it's going to come down to Rhinelander, Whittlesey, Everest, and Marshfield for 3 of those spots. Rapids pretty much guaranteed a spot with a 9-2 record going into their last game of the season this coming weekend against Rhinelander at Rhinelander. Chaparrals still have 4 games to play. Here's the pitch. Called strike on a curveball. 0-2. Everest still has to play Marshfield, Merrill, and Minocqua. Merrill and Minocqua are both at the bottom of the division. Here's the next pitch. Outside, low, ball 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, excuse me. Here's the pitch, inside, 2-2. Two outs in the top of the first, nobody on. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive to left field, base hit. Hoppy with a 2-out single. Puts a runner at first base. Brings up Ryan Hubacek, right fielder. As long as I've been coming to Chaparrals games, and that's got to be 8 or 9 years, Hubacek has been a mainstay for the Merchants all those years. Cleanup batter here tonight for the Merchants. Here's the first pitch. Line to left field, down the line, hooking, foul and out of play. Hit hard down in the corner. All by about 15 feet. 0-1 to Hubacek with 2 outs in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Curveball over, called strike 2. Nice looking curveball from Hediger on that pitch. Caught Hubacek off guard. Here's Hediger. Another curveball, called strike 3. Caught him looking on the inside corner. For the Merchants in the top of the first, no runs, 1 hit, no error, and 1 left. After a half inning, Everest Merchants 0. Chaparrals coming to bat. We'll take a quick timeout and get word from our sponsors. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
All right, we're back here at Jack Hackman Field. Isaac Eggle, Bailey Miller, and Dan Leonard bringing you Chaparrals baseball, getting set for the bottom of the first inning. On the mound tonight for the Merchants, Ben Adams. Both teams have a busy weekend of baseball coming up, so they're probably saving some of their better pitchers for league play. So I'm not sure what we'll expect to see tonight from the Merchants. Ben Adams on the mound. Defensively for Everest, McGuire at first base, Leiby at second, Hoppy at third, Graham at shortstop, left fielder Coleman Schilling, center field Wade Farmer, right field Ryan Hubachek. Doing the catching, Nick Barnes, and once again pitching for the Everest Merchants is Ben Adams. Leading it off for the Chaparrals, center fielder Tommy Droner. On the left side of the plate, here's the windup and the first pitch from Adams. Little low, ball one. Little delay in the action here. Here's the pitch to Droner. Inside, ball one. Next pitch by Adams. Inside corner, called strike. One ball, one strike. Leadoff batter for the Chaparrals here in the bottom of the first. Here's a line shot to left field. Base hit for Droner. Brings up left fielder Chase Higgins. Droner, a longtime player for the Plover team. Here's Higgins. Just outside, ball one. Runner on first with nobody out. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch by Adams. Inside, ball two. 2-0. Chaparrals' remaining games are in league Everest, Minocqua, and Whittlesey. And then Rhinelander next Wednesday night. So they have a pretty tough schedule. Here's a line drive to right field, base hit. Droner rounds second base and goes back. Single for Higgins. Back-to-back singles by the Chaparrals to start off the bottom of the first. Brings up third baseman Logan Homolka. Logan playing third base tonight for the Chaparrals. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Adams looking in for the sign from his catcher Barnes. Here's the pitch. Little high, ball one. Still time for you to come down to Hackman Field and join us. Nice crowd on hand so far. Always room for more. Adams steps off the back of the mound, chasing Droner back to the bag. Droner going on the pitch. Here's throw down the third is into left field. Not far enough away for Tommy to advance. Both runners advance up. Second and third now. Counts 1-1 to Logan Homolka. Nobody out here in the first inning. Chaparrals with a rally. Here's the pitch, outside corner, called strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adams into his stretch. Steps off the mound. Just chase Droner back to third. Looking in for the sign from his catcher, Barnes. Here's the pitch to Homolka. High pop-up in the infield. Calling forward is the third baseman, and he catches it for the first out. Nolan Hoppy with the first out. Brings up the designated hitter for the Shaps, Luke Wirtz. I believe Luke was battling an injury the early part of the summer, but now back at least DHing for the Chaparrals. Here's the pitch, curveball over, called strike one. No balls and a strike with one out, runners at second and third. Infield is in for Everest. Steps back off the mound. No throw. And the umpire behind plate calls a balk. So Droner's going to score on the play. Higgins will go to third. And that puts the Chaparrals on top 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. I didn't see what the pitcher did, but obviously the home plate umpire didn't like it. Here's a pitch and a pop-up to short left field. Shortstop goes out, catches it. Just behind the grass. Tanner Graham with the catch. 2 outs. Brings up Kenny Schultz, the right fielder for the Shaps. Shaps with 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. There'll be no RBI on the play. Droner scoring on the balk. First pitch is a little high. Ball one. To Schultz. 2 outs, runner at third. Adams looking into Barnes for his sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play over the Chaparrals dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Please return all foul balls to the concession stand for 50 cents and a chance to win a bike at the end of the season.
Here's the next pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, Higgins at third. Shaps at second and third with nobody out. So far, I've only got across 1 run. Looking to add to that here with Schultz at the plate. Here's the pitch. Inside corner, called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A couple of the merchants thought it was strike 3. They started heading off the field. But here's the pitch, swung on in the hole, out to left field. An RBI single for Schultz. Scores the Chaparral second run of the inning. Higgins scores on the play, making it Chaps 2, Everest nothing. Now batting is the shortstop, Will Lee. Will, one of the veterans for the Chaparrals, been around here in the area now for about 5 years, originally born and raised and graduated from Park Falls High School. Been playing short for the Chaps for about the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 years. Fouled back to the screen for strike 1. 0-1. Throw over to first. Schultz back in time. Shaps with 2 here in the bottom of the first. On 3 singles so far. Here's the pitch. Line to short and caught by Graham. For the Chaparrals in the bottom of the first with 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. After 1 complete inning, Chaparrals 2, the Merchants 0. We'll take a quick timeout for word from our sponsors. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field, getting ready for the top of the second inning. Chaparrals with 2 runs in the bottom of the first, lead 2-0. For the Merchants in the top of the second, center fielder Wade Farmer will lead it off.
Leading off, number 26, Wade Farmer.
Wade, another veteran player for the Merchants, been around couple years. Here's Cole Hediger beginning his second inning of action. Called or swinging strike, 0-1. Really nice crowd on hand tonight. Preventive Genetics night at the ballpark. A lot of their employees are here. Prizes to be given away by them. Here's Hediger's pitch. Inside, back to the screen, ball 2, 2-1. These teams probably play each other 3-4 times a year. Proximity, they like to play each other in home and away games for non-league games, as well as the 2 times they play each other in league play. 3-1 pitch from Hediger. Called strike 2, full count. They've had some good battles over the years. I think there was a time, 4, 5, 6 years ago, where these 2 teams didn't really care for each other that much. Here's a pitch, ball inside, back to the screen for ball 4. Farmer now is going to try to get to second, throw down, not in time. Now that bounces off the shortstop and goes into short left field, and Farmer's going to end up all the way at third base.
All right, now up, your evening neighborhood beer batter, Nick Barnes.
So we're going to have a walk, an advancement to second on the wild pitch, and an advancement to third on an error on the throw from the catcher. So Farmer is all the way at third base with nobody out. Brings up catcher Nick Barnes. Not a very good defensive-looking play for the Chaparrals that time. Here's Hediger's first pitch. Swung on, grounded, foul. 0-1. Runner at third with nobody out. Chaps lead 2-0 here in the top of the second. Here's a pitch, a little low, ball 1, 1-1. Here's a pitch from Hediger. Swung on and popped up on the infield. Way up there. Taking charge. Third baseman Logan Homolka for the first out of the inning. That one was way up there. Designated hitter Connor Langbin. The designated hitter for the Merchants. Here's the first pitch, high, ball one. Runner at third base now with 1 out. Bottom of the second, Shaps leading 2-0. Hediger from the stretch. Pitch. Popped up down the left field line. Curling out of play. Be 1 ball, 1 strike. Langman back in the box. Here's the pitch by Hediger. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Fielded by Cole Lee. Nice play at short. Over to first for the out. But a run does score on the play. Nice looking play by Will Lee at shortstop. Connor Langman with the RBI ground up makes it 2-1. 2 outs brings up the pitcher, Ben Adams. Here's a pitch from Hediger. Inside, ball one. Will Lee had to go a long ways up the middle to get that one. Made a nice looking play. Here's the little dribbler fielded by the pitcher. Takes his time, throws to first, and it's safe. Ben Adams is quick. I think Cole took his time thinking that he had time, but Adams wanted nothing to do with it. Sprinted down to first and beat it to throw. Infield single brings up Coleman Schilling. Coleman, another player that's been around for the Merchants for a long time. A Marathon High School graduate. First pitch is fouled off the catcher for strike one. Not sure where that one got Bryant, but it definitely have something to tickle about tomorrow morning. Here's the pitch. Swung on a miss, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's Hediger. From the stretch in the pitch. Curveball, strike 3. For the Everest Merchants in the top of the second. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. After an inning and a half, score now. Marshfield Chaparrals 2, the Everest Merchants 1. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll get a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and going on now through the end of May, the Spring Tire Plus event, which means huge saving on select tires. $50 rebates, $70 rebates, up to $100 rebates on select tires. Going on now through May 31st.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you, and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field, getting ready for the Chaparrals half of the second inning. Chaparrals holding on to a 2-1 lead. It's an unearned run for the Everest Merchants in the top of the second. Leading it off for the Chaparrals will be first baseman Gage Worley, followed by Sean Bryant and Karsten Jerschley. Ben Adams getting set to work his second inning on the mound for the Merchants. Must say I'm pretty impressed with the turnout here tonight. Nice job by Prevention Genetics getting their employees here for a free cookout. Worley getting ready to step in, leading off the Shaps here in the bottom of the second. Adams working from the windup. And here's the first pitch. A little low, ball one, 1-0. I must confess, this is my first Chaparrals game this year, so some of these kids that they have playing, I'm not sure where they're from. Called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Here's the pitch by Adams. Swung on and fouled out of play. One ball, two strikes. Gage Worley here in the bottom of the second. Here's the next pitch by Adams. Swung on, hit the short. Nice play by Graham. Over to first and not in time. Infield single for Worley. Tanner Graham went back on the ball and lost his footing. Fielded it, but he had to get up and then taking the time to get his feet set, Worley beat the throw to first base. Sean Bryant, the catcher, now batting for the Shaps. Nobody out, runner at first. Fourth single so far for the Chaparrals in an inning and a plus. Here's the pitch. Called strike. 0-1 to Bryant. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and tapper down the third base line. Fielded and thrown to first base. And he's safe there also. Nice play by Nolan Hoppy, but the dribbler, the infield single, puts runners at first and second with nobody up, brings up Karsten Jerschley. Nobody out. For Karsten. Runner, or the first baseman for Everest, looking to cheat in for a bunt. Here's the first pitch. Gets away from the catcher, throw down the third, goes into left field. Worley gets up, is going to score, and here goes the runner to third, and he's going to be safe. So Worley scores on an error on the catcher. And Bryant ends up at third on the play, making it Chaparrals 3, Everest Merchants 1. Jerschley still at the plate. Here's a pitch, base hit right up the middle. That'll score Bryant with the Chaparrals' fourth run of the evening. Brings up center fielder Tommy Droner. Still nobody out for the Chaparrals. Here's a bunt down the left, down the first baseline, third baseline, picked up by the pitcher. Nice play to get Droner at first base. Going to give Droner a sacrifice on the play, advancing Karsten Jerschley to second. When the bunt went down the third baseline, I didn't think Adams had a chance to pick it up and throw him out, but he made a nice, strong throw to first and just in time to get Droner. Jerschley advances to second, so the Chaparrals have a runner at second with one out. Brings up Chase Higgins. Adams from the stretch. First pitch is low and away outside, ball 1. Here's the next pitch. A little high, ball 2, 2-0 to Higgins. Chase singled and scored last inning for the Chaparrals. Scored on Schultz's ground ball. Here's the swing and miss. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Jersley at second. Chaps with 2 more runs here in the bottom of the second to make it 4-1. Here's a pitch inside, ball 3. 3-1 to Higgins. Here's the Adams pitch. Outside corner, fastball called strike 2, full count. So the Chaps have 4 remaining league games: Everest, Minocqua, Whittlesey, and Rhinelander, and 2 non-league games against Augusta, and also 1 against the Everest Merchants. Full count, inside, ball 4. Puts runners at first and second with 1 up. Brings up Logan Homolka. At a timeout, head coach Tom Fish headed into the mound. Have a chat with his pitcher in his infield. H&S Manufacturing in Marshfield is hiring. H&S offers top wages along with very generous benefits package. Get health, dental, life and disability, 401k, cash bonuses, $2 shift bonus, and a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. We are looking for welders, painters, and assemblers for both first and second shift. Apply online at hsmgco.com. Tommy Fish headed back to the Everest dugout. Brief conversation with his pitcher and catcher. Homolka at the plate with the runners at first and second and 1 out. Chaparrals with 2 runners in, making it 4-1 here in the bottom of the second. Here's a swing and a line drive up the middle. Jersley had to hold up on the play. He's rounding third and a throw in all the way from the center field. We're going to have a play at the plate, and he's out. Nice strong throw from center field. Wade Farmer nails Jersley at the plate. Base hit for Homolka. Runners advance to second and third on the throw to the plate. Brings up the designated hitter for the Chaps, Luke Wirtz. Karsten had to hold up to see if the ball was going to get through the infield before he took off. By the time he got to third and rounded it, Farmer had made a good strong throw, and they had Karsten by a good 5 feet at the plate. Here's the first pitch to Wirtz, called strike. Just a little time that he had to hold up to make sure it got through the infield was the difference between him scoring and not scoring on that play. 2 outs now, runners at second and third. Luke Wirtz the batter. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Dan Leonard along with Isaac Eggle and Bailey Miller here at Jack Hackman Field. Thank you for joining us here on Selesky Sports. Still time for you to get out. Come on down to Jack Hackman Field. Watch some Chaparrals baseball. Here's a long fly ball way out of play down the left field line. One ball, 2 strikes, I believe. Adams looking into his catcher, Pete Barnes, for the sign. Here's the pitch. Swung on and dribbled, fouled on the third base line. One ball, two strikes. Luke Wirtz. Here's the pitch from Adams. Outside ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. 2 runs in. 4-1 Chaparrals here in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch from Adams. Swung on, hit to short. Fielded cleanly over to first. And plenty of time to get Wirtz. For the Chaps in the bottom of the second, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 2 left. After 2 completes, the score now, Marshfield Chaparrals 4, the Everest Merchants 1. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Mall Furniture has every type of chair you can think of. Lazy Boy, Best Swivel, Queen Anne, Marshfield, all types of lift chairs. We have it all. All are ready to pick up and take home today. Mall Furniture sells locally made products and is proud to serve Central Wisconsin. We've been family owned and operated for over 45 years and looking forward to many more. Have a look at us online at mallfurniturewi.com.
Mall Furniture, where value is yours.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field, getting set for the Everest Merchants, top of the 3rd inning. Cole Hediger back on the mound for the Chaparrals. Leading it off for the Merchants. Top of the order, shortstop Tanner Graham. Tanner Graham flew out to center field his first time up. Here's the first pitch, way outside, ball 1. Nice scoop by Sean Bryant. 4-1, Chaparrals with 2 in the first and second. Everest with 1 last inning. Here's the fly ball. Pop up behind home plate, over the screen. Out of play. Always enjoy watching the kids running after those foul balls to get 50 cents and a chance to win a bike at the last home game of the season. 1-1. To Graham. Here's a pitch outside, ball 2, excuse me. Here's the pitch, popped up in the infield. Called by the pitcher, Hediger. 4-1 taken for out number 1. First baseman Roman McGuire flew out the left field his first time up. 0 for 1. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Here's the pitch by Hediger. Fouled over the Chaparrals dugout. Out of play. One strike to McGuire. 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Here's the pitch by Hediger. Curveball, strike 2. Cole doing a nice job of mixing his speeds. Fastball, slider, along with the curveball. That pitch was low and away outside. Ball 1, strike 2, 1-2 with 1 out. Here's a line drive into center field for a base hit. Fielded by Droner, holding the runner at first. Brings up third baseman Nolan Hoppy. One out in the top of the third. Runner at first. Hoppy with a single his first time up. 1 for 1. Everest thus far, 3 singles, 1 in each of the first 3 innings. The only run scored was on a walk, a wild pitch on the walk, and an error of the catcher. The runner got all the way to third with nobody out, then scored on the ground ball. Next pitch called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Here's a pitch by Hediger. Low in the dirt. Scooped up by Bryant. 2 balls, 1 strike. McGuire remains at first. Here's the pitch. Another line shot in the left field base hit. Back-to-back base hits. Puts runners at first and second with 1 out. It's going to bring up Ryan Hubacek, right fielder. Ryan was a strikeout-looking victim back in the first inning. Got caught guessing, and Hediger nailed him with a curveball that broke right over the plate. First and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Deep foul ball out of play down the left field line. Merchants are keeping the kids running this inning. A couple foul balls here already. Here's Hediger's pitch. Another line shot down the left field line, foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Ryan's always been a tough out for the Merchants. Been a long time, very good hitter. 0-2 count. Fastball, lined to right field, base hit. Just out of the reach of the first baseman. Here's the runner coming to home. And he's going to throw his cut off, scoring. McGuire. Hoppy stops at second. Hubacek at first. Brings up Wade Farmer. Score now is Chaparrals 4, Everest Merchants 2. First and second with 1 out. Farmer was walked and scored back in the second inning. 3 consecutive singles puts the Merchants on the board. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Hediger looking to work out avoid further damage here. Here's the next pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2-0. One out, runners at first and second. Ball 3, 3-0. Hediger having trouble finding the plate this half inning. Next pitch called strike, 3-1. Just looking on the radar here again, still looking like 9:30, 9:45. We might be able to get this game done. Swing and a miss, strike 2, full count. It's a Farmer. There's a pretty big line of thunderstorms coming. Looking to be in this area around. Oh, called strike 3. Farmer didn't think so. He was headed to first already. Called strike 3. 2 outs. Catcher Nick Barnes, the batter. For those of you that are familiar with Chaparrals baseball, Nick is tonight's beer batter. So if he strikes out, I believe the deal is half price beverages. Always the crowd pleaser here at Hackman Field for Chaparrals games. Here's a pop-up in the infield. And caught by Worley for the 3rd out of the inning. For the Everest Merchants in the top of the 3rd, 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. After 2.5 score remains, Everest 2, Chaparrals 4. Take a quick timeout from our sponsors here on Zaleski Sports.
For years, our Stone Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Stone Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Stone Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
All right, we're back here at Jack Hackman Field. Dana Leonard, along with Bailey Miller, Isaac Eggle, getting ready for the Chaparrals. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Stone Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen within just 1 week. Countertops, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, and everything else you need in your kitchen. Stone Innovations takes care of it all from you, from fabrication, design, and installation. For your next kitchen or bathroom, look to Stone Innovations in Plover. Blues Hair Studio on North Central Avenue is ready to help you get your summer's best cut and color. Schedule an appointment at Blue Hair Studio to get your summer best. For the Chaparrals in the bottom of the 3rd inning, leading it off, Kenny Schultz, right fielder, an RBI single back in the 1st inning, 1 for 1. Ben Adams still on the mound for Everest. First pitch, fastball. It's called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter for the Chaparrals here in the bottom of the 3rd. Chaparrals holding on to a 4-2 lead. 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd. Curveball a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kenny Schultz, right fielder for the Chaparrals. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. First out of the inning. Brings up shortstop Will Lee. Will lined out to the shortstop his first time up, 0 for 1. Adams now working from the stretch. Curveball over, called strike 1. He wasn't doing that earlier in the game when they had nobody on base. Now he's gone to the stretch with or without runners on base. Here's the pitch, fly ball to left field. Under it's Coleman Schilling for the second out of the inning. Brings up first baseman Gage Worley. 2 quick outs for the Chaparrals in the bottom of the third. Adams may have found something by working out of the stretch, more comfortable. This one's fouled back to the screen, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Bottom of the third, Chaparrals 4, Everest Merchants 2. Here's a pitch, outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just a reminder to stay with us for our Nasonville postgame report. Nasonville with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds in Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or at NasonvilleDairy.com. Hope we have a chance, weather permitting, to get a word in with the winning manager along with a player of the game. Here's the next pitch. Swung up, pop, fly ball to deep right center field, and not caught. Off the end of his glove, and Worley's going to have a double. Gage Worley with a double to the right center field gap. Puts the runner at second with 2 out, brings up catcher Sean Bryant. Sean had a single back in the second inning and scored. 1 for 1 thus far. Bryant Worley's 2 for 2, single and a double. The bottom 3 in the order for the Chaps thus far are 4 for 4. Here's the pitch. A little low, ball 1. Worley has 2 hits. Bryant with 1, and Karsten Jersley with a hit his first time up. One ball, no strikes with 2 outs. Worley with the leadoff. Here's a pickoff throw back to second, back in time. Covering on the play was Tanner Graham, shortstop from Everest. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and we're going to have a base hit to right field. Going to be a play at the plate. Here's the throw from right field, a little bit offline, and Worley's going to score. And on the throw, Bryant's going to go to second. So an RBI single by Bryant makes it 5-2. And Bryant goes to second on a bad throw from right field. Karsten Jersley now the batter. Karsten RBI single. So now the bottom 3 in the order are 5 for 5. Chaps adding a run on here in the bottom of the third. 5-2 lead now. Karsten batting with a runner on second. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Base hit to left. Bryant held up on the play. Karsten with his second base hit. Now the bottom 3 in the order, Worley, Bryant, and Jersley, are 6 for 6 between the 3 of them. Back to the top of the order for Tommy Droner. Droner's 1 for 1 with a sacrifice. Here's the pitch. A little high, ball 1. Runners at first and third. Next pitch, Droner's high, ball 2, 2-0. Chaparrals looking to add to their lead. Currently at 5-2. Here's the pitch. Inside corner, called strike, 2-1. Here's the next pitch. Almost the exact same spot, called strike 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Deuce is wild. Here's the next pitch. Swung and fouled out of play. Count remains 2-2. As I mentioned earlier, Shops will be back in action against the Merchants at Everest on Friday night. That'll be a league game. This is a non-league game tonight. Here's the next pitch. High, full count. Droner ducking out of the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Carson will be leading off after the pitch. There he goes. Here's the pitch, and it hit him. So Droner reaches on a hit by pitch. Bases are full. Brings up Chase Higgins. Chase is 1 for 1 and a walk. Reached base twice. Bases filled with 2 outs. Shaps looking to possibly blow the game open here a little bit, though it's still early. Here's the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Here's a pitch in the dirt, but blocked by Barnes. Couldn't find where it was right away. Adams ran in, held the runners. No advancement. Barely 15 feet away from the plate. It would have been a dead duck at the plate. 2-0, bases loaded with 2 outs. Chase Higgins, the batter for the Chaparrals. Here's the pitch, ball 3. 3-0. Here's the next pitch. Called strike 1. Fastball. Taking all the way. 3-0 count. 3-1 now. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the next pitch. Fouled on the left field line. Falls. Higgins stays alive. Full count. Looking to blow the game open. RBI or a base hit here would probably score 2. Here's the pitch to Higgins. Outside. Walked him. Forces in a run. It's going to bring up Logan Homolka. Tommy Fish making an appearance at the mound. Tommy, another longtime member of the Everest Merchants. For the 3rd consecutive inning, the Chaparrals have scored 2 runs. Not sure what kind of conversation Coach Fish had with his pitcher and catcher, but it was brief and to the point. Headed back to the dugout, no change. Adams will remain in the game. Logan Homolka now batting. Logan's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and driven to center field. Right at him. Barely moved a couple steps. And an out for the third out of the inning. For the Chaparrals in the bottom of the third, 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left. Score now after 3 complete innings. Chaparral 6, Everest Merchants 2. We'll take a quick time out from our sponsors. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field, getting ready for the top of the fourth. Chaparrals adding 2 more runs in the bottom of the third, now leading 6-2 over the Everest Merchants. For those of you that are just joining us, Dan Leonard along with Isaac Ego and Bailey Miller. This is a non-league Dairyland game. These 2 teams will play each other again on Friday night, and that will be a league game at Everest. First pitch scheduled for 7 o'clock. Leading off for the Merchants in the top of the fourth will be the designated hitter, Connor Langbin. Connor with an RBI ground out back in the second inning. 0 for 1. Cole Hediger still on the mound for the Chaparrals. First pitch over, called strike 1. Leadoff batter here in the top of the fourth. Next pitch, inside in the dirt. Scooped by Bryant. 1 ball, 1 strike. The WBA regionals host sites have been set for the weekend of August 11th through the 13th. Regionals will be held in Augusta, Ellsworth, Hayward, and Merrill. Each of those locations will have 4 teams, with 2 advancing to the state tournament. Here's a ground ball to second. Fielded by Karsten Jerschley, cleanly. Throw over to first base, easy first out. Brings up Ben Adams, the pitcher. Ben hit a little tapper back to the mound, and he beat out for an infield single his first time up. 1 for 1. Here's a pitch. Curveball. Missed. Ball 1. Not sure where it missed. I'll just call it a ball. 1-0. Here's the next pitch. Fastball inside, ball 2. 2-0 with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Chaparrals 6, Everest Merchants 2. Next pitch by Hediger. Called strike 1. Two and 1. Here's a pitch. Swung on. Tapped over the pitcher's head. Fielded by Lee. Strong throw to first base. Got him. Nice play by Will Lee. 2 outs. Brings up the left fielder Coleman Schilling. Coleman's 0 for 1. Strikeout victim back to end the second inning. Once again, a nice play by Lee. Roaming far across almost second base territory, fielded it. Toss over to first. Here's a swing. Falls back to the screen. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Hediger, pitch, outside ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Like to give a shout out to 2 more of the longtime Chaparral cohorts of mine. Because we run the Chaparrals for 6 years. Jason Good, Adam Sievert, if you're listening, thanks for joining us. Here's the next pitch, inside ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Spent many nights at the ballpark with Adam and Jason, and we had a good time. Good to be back. Like I said, it's the first time back here this year. Was here a couple times last year, but done a lot of the Stratford American Legion games this summer, so I haven't had a lot of time to make it to any Shaps games. Here's a drive into left center field into the gap. Coleman Schilling is going to have a stand-up double with 2 outs. Coleman's first hit of the game. Brings up shortstop Tanner Graham. Tanner's 0 for 2. Everest has had runners every inning. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1. From Hediger. Chaparral 6, Everest Merchants 2 in the top of the 4th. Here's the next pitch. In the dirt. Here's the throw down to second. Coleman Schilling just back in time. Covering on the play was Will Lee. Strong throw from Bryant. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch from Hediger. Fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of room behind home plate here. So the on-deck batter usually gets the foul balls. Here's the next pitch from Hediger. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Bryant. 2-2. Last time I checked, the Brewers were leading 3-1. I haven't checked in a while. Here's the next pitch from Hediger, way outside. Full count, 3-2. Get a chance in the next break. See if I can find the score. Here's Hediger, full count with 2 outs. Swung on, miss, strike 3. For the 3rd out of the inning, Tanner Graham strikes out. For the Everest Merchants in the top of the 4th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. After 3.5 complete. Chaparral 6, Everest Merchants 2. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
The Midstate Technical College Healthcare Simulation Center, in a partnership with Aspirus, is a state-of-the-art interdisciplinary healthcare simulation center. It provides specialized spaces and simulation technology equipped with medium and high fidelity mannequins and other equipment to create complex healthcare training scenarios. Visit our website at mstc.edu/simcenter.
Back here at Jack Hackman Field, getting set for the Chaparrals half of inning number 4. Chaparrals 6, Everest Merchants 2. During our quick timeout, I had a chance to check the Brewers' score. They're leading 5-3, headed into the bottom of the 9th in Philadelphia. New pitcher for the Everest Merchants. Looks like it's Connor Langbin. If I have the right number. Yes, it is. Connor Langbin now pitching for the Everest Merchants. Strong baseball family. Leading off for the Chaparrals in the bottom of the 4th, it's going to be the designated hitter, Luke Wirtz. Luke is 0 for 2. First pitch, fall back to the screen, strike 1. Connor, a short southpaw. I would say he's 5'9", 5'10". 175 pounds soaking wet. Here's the next pitch. Called strike, 0-2. Probably not even 175. 0-2 to Wirtz, leading off the Chaparrals, bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is inside. Close. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Actually, looks like there's a pinch hitter for the Chaparrals. It's Brent Easted. Now batting. Next pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Ball 4. I missed a pitch. Easted reaches on a walk. Brings up Kenny Schultz, right fielder. Schultz is 1 for 2. RBI single back in the first inning. Strikeout victim in the 3rd. Easted leading from first. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Low. Slider. Ball 1. Here's the next pitch. Called strike, 1-1. One and one with nobody out. Next pitch, slider, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Outside ball. 2-2. Next pitch, swung on. Back to the mound, tossed down to second, forcing the runner. On the fielder's choice, Schultz reaches first. 1 out. Will Lee now the batter. Lee is 0 for 2. I line out to short and a fly ball to left field. First pitch to Will Lee's called strike, 0-1. Here's the next pitch. Inside ball. 1-1. Looks like Devin Williams is on for the Brewers to try to get the save. Here's a pitch, fall back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Langman working from the stretch. Here's the next pitch. Ball tip, strikeout. Held on by the catcher. Looks like the Brewers just beat the Phillies. Final score 5-3. Now batting is Gage Worley. Gage is 2 for 2. Single and a double, 2 runs scored. Schultz, the runner at first with 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Langman. Inside. 2-0. Shap's bottom 3 in the orders. 6 for 6 thus far. Worley, Bryant, Karsten Jerschley, all 2 for 2. 4 runs scored on top of it. Getting it done at the bottom of the order. 3-0 pitch to Worley. Right down the middle, taking all the way, called strike. 3-1. Here's the next pitch by Langman. Right down the middle, called strike 2. 3-2, 2 outs. Schultz will be running on the pitch. Here's the pitch, and it's ball. Worley reaches on a walk. Sean Bryant now batting. Sean 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Early in the 7 spots, now reached base 3 times, 2 hits and a walk. Here's a pitch from Langman. Swing and a miss by Bryant, strike 1. Nice crowd still hanging in here. Prevention Genetics night at the ballpark. What a nice group of their employees. Here's a pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, Chaparrals leading 6-2 over the Everest Merchants in a Dairyland non-league game. Here's a pitch by Langman. Way inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. Called strike 3 on the corner. First time Bryant's been retired tonight. Called strike for the Chaparrals in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. After 4 complete innings, the score now, Marshfield Chaparral 6, the Everest Merchants 2. We'll take a quick timeout for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Dairyland League Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crops season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
All right, back here at Jack Hackman Field once again. Dan Leonard, Isaac Eggle, Bailey Miller, keeping me in line here tonight. Appreciate you joining us on Zaleski Sports. Headed to the top of the 5th. Chaparrals 6. Everest Merchants 2. Cole Hediger's still on the mound for the Chaparrals. Leading off for the Everest Merchants in the top of the 5th will be the first baseman, Roman McGuire. Roman's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Get a free quote from Kerry Vanners at State Farm on auto, homeowners, renters, and more. Marshfield residents find Kerry Vannert State Farm on Facebook to get started. First 2 pitches to Miller. Ball 2. 2-0. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Swing and miss. Strike 1. Cole said 4 strikeouts. Here's a ground ball to first and underneath the glove. Base hit for McGuire to start the 5th inning. Nolan Hoppy now batting. Third baseman's 2 for 2. 2 singles. McGuire the runner at first with nobody out. Top of the 5th. First pitch is high, ball 1. 1-0. Here's a pop-up down the right field line in fair play, or in foul ball, but it was caught inside the fence by Worley. Tough play, but he makes the catch. 1 out brings up Ryan Hubacek. Actually, Heinrich Walder is going to bat. Pinch hitting his first plate appearance. Looks like the storm right now is hitting Eau Claire pretty hard. We might get lucky and get this game in yet, though. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Strike 2. 0-2. Walder pinch hitting for Hubacek. 1 out. Runner at first. Everest, top of the 5th. Chaparrals with a 6-2 lead. Here's the pitch inside. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch. Back to the screen. Runner advances to second on the wild pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0. McGuire moves up to second on the wild pitch. Here's Hediger's pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Walder's 5th strikeout victim for Hediger. 1 each the first 5 innings. 2 outs brings up Wade Farmer. Wade is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored back in the second. Here's the pitch. Little high. I think it's 2-0. Here's the pitch to Farmer. Little low ball. Hediger in his 5th inning of work. Here's the pitch. Called strike, curveball, 3-1. Taken all the way. Here's the Hediger, comes back. Line drive down the line. Foul on the right field line. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on a curveball. Hediger with his 2nd strikeout of the inning to end the 5th inning. For the Everest Merchants in the top of the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And score after 4.5 innings. Marshfield 6, Everest 2. Be back after the word from your sponsors here on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at Grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
All right, we're back here at Jack Hackman Field, getting set for the bottom of the 5th. Looks like a new pitcher is on for the Merchants. Roman McGuire now pitching. Moves from first base. Langland moves from pitching mound over to first. For the Chaparrals, Karsten Jerschley leading off, second baseman. Karsten's 2 for 2 with an RBI. Thrown on the plate back in the 2nd inning on a base hit by the center fielder, Farmer. 2 hits for Karsten in the number 9 hole tonight. Here's the first pitch, high, ball 1. Here's the next pitch by McGuire. Called strike. A little bit of a bender. 1 ball, 1 strike. In case you're joining us late, Brewers 5, Phillies 3. Final score from Philadelphia. Here's the pitch, fouled down the right field line. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Bounces in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Karsten Dershel leading off the bottom of the 5th. Here's the next pitch by McGuire. Swung on and fouled out of play. Stays alive at 2-2. Quick story about Karsten. I always enjoyed seeing him in the morning at my 6:30 a.m. stop at Quick Trip. Always a smile on his face. Good kid. Here's the next pitch. Called strike 3. 1 out. Tommy Droner now batting. Tommy's 1 for 1. Also had a sacrifice, and he got hit his last time up. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Here's McGuire. Called strike, 1-1. Tommy Droner is a longtime Plover pterodactyl. Here's the pitch. A little grounder to first, fielded by Langbin. Beats Droner to the bag. 2 outs. Chase Higgins now batting. Chase is 1 for 1 with 2 walks, a run scored, and an RBI. Two outs. Higgins now batting. Here's the pitch, inside, ball 1. Roman McGuire, his first inning of it work on the mound. Next pitch, curveball over, strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. After 8 runs scored between the two teams in the first 3 innings, we've settled down here a little bit. 3 consecutive half innings with no runs scored. Here's the next pitch, called strike. Here's a foul ball at the plate. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shaps with 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Nothing in the 4th, and nothing yet here so far in the 5th. Here's the pitch, outside ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just a reminder, the Shaps will be back in action, Dairyland League action against these Merchants Friday night in Schofield. Here's the next pitch, called strike 3. In the bottom of the 5th for the Marshfield Chaparrals, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. After 5 complete, score remains Marshfield 6, Everest 2. Be back after a word from our sponsors here on Zaleski Sports.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
All right, we're back here at Jack Hackman Field getting set for the top of the sixth. Spectrum Benefit Solutions with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Top of the sixth for the Merchants, leading off is the catcher, Nick Barnes. Cole Hediger still on the mound for the Shaps. Nick is the beer batter tonight. Probably shouldn't say that in the air. Let's say beverage batter. Strikeout, it's all half price at the concession stand. Here's the next pitch, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, swung on and fouled. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chance for a strikeout here. I'm the beer batter. Here's the next pitch. Try to curve. No luck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nick is 0 for 2. Hediger working from the stretch. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, fouled at the plate. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes with nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Chaparrals holding on to a 6-2 lead. Here's a pitch from Hediger. Swung on a grounder to first, and it's going to be foul. Barnes is not going to give in without a fight. Give these fans here remaining at Hackman Field a chance at half-price beverages. Here's the next pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Count remains 2-2. Top of the sixth. 6-2 lead for the Shaps. Swung on. Fouled again at the plate. Off his foot. Staying alive at 2-2. Here's the next pitch. Line down the right field line, foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Leadoff batter here in the top of the sixth for the Merchants. Here's the next pitch. Swung on and missed. And the fans are happy. Beverage batter strikes out. Brings up Connor Langbin, first baseman. Connor's 0 for 2. Fans all getting excited, make their mad dash to the concession stand to get their discounted prices on the beer batter striking out. Here's a ground ball into left field, base hit. Between short and third. First hit on the night for Langbin. Brings up Ben Adams. Started the night at pitching. Ben's 1 for 2. Single back in the second. Langben at first with 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th. Squares to bunt. Follows it back to the screen. Strike 1. No balls on a strike. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on Zaleski Sports for non-league Dairyland League Baseball. Here's a pitch by Hediger. Hit him right in the middle of the back. That puts runners at first and second. With 1 out, brings up Coleman Schilling. Actually, we're having a pinch hitter. Tom Schnell is going to hit for Schilling. Runners at first and second with 1 out. First pitch is called strike 1. Outside corner from Hediger. Chaparrals have somebody warming up in the bullpen, but too far away and too dark for me to tell. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Both runners advance to second and third with 1 out. Here's a pitch. High. 3-0. Hediger's had a lot of base runners to contend with thus far tonight, but he's worked his way out of it, only giving up 2 so far. Here's the next pitch. Outside. Ball 4, loads the bases. Looking to see if maybe Coach Wirtz would be making a pitching change, but nothing yet. Brings up Tanner Graham. Shortstop 0 for 3. Here's Hediger's first pitch. Over for a called strike. Bases loaded with 1 out. 0-1 count. Pitch from Hediger. Swung on. Check swing, but it's went around too far. It's 0-2. Looking to work out of a bases loaded jam here. Everest looking to get a hit to get back into the game. 6-2 lead. Here's a curveball just inside. That looked close. Graham was bailing and broke over, but it just missed the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Here's a pitch. Outside ball. 2-2. Ooh, next pitch, he called a swing. Strike 3. On a called swing. 2 outs, bases remain loaded. Brings up Roman McGuire. Now pitching for the Merchants. Roman's 2 for 3. Run scored way back in the third. 2 outs, bases loaded. Everest looking to claw back into the game. Here's Hediger's pitch. A little low and inside, ball 1. Shap 6, Everest Merchants 2. Top of the 6th. Next pitch, tried a curveball Outside ball. Looks like some clouds are starting to roll in from the north. Here's a swing on a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, bases loaded. Low ball. We got time called by the umpire. Well, it might be it. I think it's somebody. I think one of the umpires just saw lightning. I think he's gonna. Lightning detected in the area, so the game is probably going to be. So now they have to wait 20 to 30 minutes before they can resume action. My guess is that we'll take a quick word from our sponsor here and see what they come back and say here on Zaleski Sports with the Shaps leading 6-2. We'll take a word from our
has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Brown Fine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
All right, we're back here live at Jack Hackman Field. Looks like they're going to call the game because of weather. There was lightning definitely in the north with a pretty heavy storm coming in. So the game is going to be called. These two teams will resume, not this game, but they'll play league play on Friday night at DC Everest High School. We're going to take a quick post-game report from one of our sponsors, and then we're going to come back with some quick wrap-up stats, and then we'll get out of here. Once again, the final score, Marshfield Chaparrals 6, the Everest Merchants 2. Stay tuned for our post-game report, and then we'll be back with a final wrap-up. Thank you.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, we're back here at Jack Hackman Field for our Nasonville Dairy post-game report. We're going to wrap this up rather quickly as we do have some impending weather coming in rather quickly, so we're going to go through a quick stats and get out of here. Final line score for the night's game had the Chaparrals 6 runs, 10 hits, committed 1 error, and left 7 runners on base. Everest Merchants 2 runs, 9 hits, committed 2 errors, and left 9 runners on base. They did have bases loaded with 2 outs when the game was called due to lightning. Winning pitcher for the Chaparrals tonight, complete game, Cole Hediger. Losing pitcher for the Everest Merchants will be Ben Adams. Once again, the story of the game from my standpoint, the bottom 3 batters in the lineup for the Chaparrals, Gage Worley, Sean Bryant, and Karsten Jersley, were 6 for 8 at the plate with 4 runs scored and 3 RBIs. So if I had to give a players of the game, that would be who would go to tonight. Once again, we'd like to remind you to stay tuned for upcoming Chaparrals baseball. Friday night, there'll be a league game, Dairyland League game at Everest. Next week, Wednesday night, they'll be back here at Jack Hackman for a makeup game against Rhinelander. That is a league game. And then they'll close out their season here with a non-league game against Augusta. So once again, the final score tonight, Marshfield Chaparral 6, Everest Merchants 2. For Dan Leonard, along with Isaac Ego and Bailey Miller, we thank you for joining us tonight on Zaleski Sports. Have a great night and stay safe.